On the WHAS11 night team, we have team coverage of a tough week for downtown Louisville. News since 6, the most sought after political seat in the city becomes Metro Council District 4, the position that covers downtown Louisville. With so many candidates lining up for May, so far we're talking to some of them. How do they fix downtown? And then, some Kentucky Republican lawmakers say Louisville Metro government is not doing enough for Jefferson County. The area is outside the watershed. We're breaking down how a new bill could make major changes to the Louisville merger plan, attacking its weaknesses. And with that, hello everybody. Thanks for joining us on the night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. First tonight, over 2 days this week, two stunning announcements. Humana and Fifth Third Bank leaving downtown Louisville. Now 11 candidates are looking to fill downtown's crucial and influential Metro Council seat. It's District number 4. They're lining up during a time of change and uncertainty. WHAS 11 night team's Alex Dieterer talked to candidates to get their thoughts on the future of downtown Louisville.
Two big companies announcing they're taking their business out of the heart of downtown Louisville. This is raising questions for many, but especially for the people who want to represent the people of downtown Louisville. Did you know it was coming?
I'd heard through the grapevine that it was going to happen.
Ken Herndon has worked in downtown Louisville, the 4th District, for over 20 years.
Louisville was born in the 4th District.
He's now one of 11 candidates running for this Metro Council seat to represent the businesses and downtown residents of District 4, now facing massive changes downtown.
Even with the recent news, the downtown is booming on weekends. We have a huge tourist business. We have lots of events still down here. Like every downtown, we've suffered with office vacancies and COVID and work from home and lifestyle changes. But we need to address that like everybody else will, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Denisha Rivers, a longtime Louisvillian, also throwing her hat in the ring to represent the 4th District.
We want to make sure that we are protecting the investment of these companies, these families, and the people that live in this district.
Rivers and Herndon both hearing from downtown businesses as they figure out what's next in the wake of both Humana and Fifth Third Bank decisions to leave their downtown towers.
And I've heard their concerns. I've heard they lost a lot of money. They could barely even pay the lease. I heard a lot of the concerns were safety. A lot of it is because of just keeping the businesses down there.
A little uneasy, and uneasy would be a better word, but that's okay. Growth and development and changes are always a little scary. But again, if we can work with these Class A buildings and make sure that we help them retool themselves, that ripple effect, the positive ripple effect will come down.
As the race for the District 4 seat continues, downtown Louisville stays top of mind. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS 11 night team on your side.
More of our team coverage for you tonight on a community truly at odds over downtown versus Jefferson County and spending in both places. WHAS 11 night team's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie explain why Kentucky lawmakers are moving to help local neighborhoods be independent from Louisville.
As the heart of Louisville's downtown skips a beat.
The general sentiment is that we're not heard downtown.
Communities on its outskirts are booming.
We're growing. We're the growth vehicle of Louisville.
But sitting near the Jefferson-Shelby County line.
We've started having conversations.
Bob Federico says his Eastwood neighborhood is growing, but stuck. And Louisville lawmakers are taking notice, especially as more areas like Eastwood are looking to become new independent cities.
We have voices from all over the community, inside the waters and outside the waters, and all those areas need to be represented at the table, and they haven't been before now.
House Majority Whip Jason Nemes is one of 7 Louisville Republicans sponsoring a bill to remove candidates' party affiliations from ballots in Louisville's races for mayor and Metro Council. He says it will incentivize candidates to reach out into more areas around the county before elections.
And the best way to do that is to make sure somebody has to go get votes. And if I have to convince voters all around the county, then that's what I'm going to care about.
With favorable expression.
House Bill 388 cleared its first committee vote Wednesday. Among other things, the bill also aims to make it easier for areas like Eastwood to form new independent cities.
It gives us the opportunity to move forward in the process.
The bill's other provisions are born out of recommendations in last year's sweeping review of the city-county merger that took place in 2003.
You know, merger was supposed to be we're all one big happy city. A lot of people feel
cheated out in the suburbs. We feel like we're not getting the services that Louisville should be offering us.
HB 388 looks to supplement those services by setting political and geographic requirements for Louisville boards and commissions, and requiring Louisville Metro pay suburban fire departments for responding to EMS runs outside their boundaries.
And then I know that there's some issues in getting funding back here if they have to make runs downtown. So that's another part of the bill that's important.
The bill does face some opposition. Louisville Representative Pamela Stevenson says she believes those living in Louisville's urban core would like to keep elections partisan.
Why should a committee approve what the people want? The people have told us what they want.
While Nemes understands certain critiques of the bill, he says he's committed to striking a balance between serving the city's urban core and its suburban communities.
At the same time, we know that our city is struggling, and we're trying to make sure that we can strengthen the core as much as possible.
The arguments over merger still continuing 21 years later. In the Eastwood neighborhood, Connor Steffen, the WHAS 11 night team, on your side.
House Bill 388 still must pass through a committee again before being brought to a vote in the Kentucky House. Now, the mayor's press secretary, Kevin Traeger, told WHAS 11 News tonight in a statement, the mayor's office is analyzing the potential impacts of the bill, saying, quote, conversations are ongoing, and we hope to find a balanced compromise that serves all Louisville residents. And tonight now we want to go in depth over the complaints from residents who live outside the urban district. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg has promised that he wants to invest more money into the neighborhoods outside of the Waterson Expressway. So we are talking with some residents to see if they believe he's actually investing in those areas. We talked with Apple Valley HOA President David Steff in Highview and Bob Rayner in PRP. Both say they believe the mayor is actually pulling money away from their neighborhoods.
No, I feel the mayor takes all the money outside of the Waterson and pours it back into the city to improve it and cares nothing about out here.
I mean, the short answer is no, but it's been an ongoing thing. You know, Southwest Louisville never gets all the perks. We really don't get the business support.
The mayor's office gave us examples of their projects happening outside the Waterson, a new Fern Creek library, converting Watson Lane Elementary School into affordable housing, and a new skate park at Petersburg Park. All the other investments they listed for us were park renovations, adding up to more than $1.7 million total. The mayor's office also has asked the state for funding for new seating at the Iroquois Amphitheater and for new indoor and outdoor swimming pools in South Louisville. Now, more local news, all new since 6 o'clock. A new lawsuit filed against 4 unnamed Metro police officers, the police chief, Jacqueline Glenn Villarreal, and Louisville Metro government. This lawsuit is alleging that LMPD used excessive force and unlawfully detained and searched 4 black men in February of last year. Court documents say Deshaun Weaver, Micah Gazaway, and Darian Williams were getting breakfast at a Burger King on February 10th of last year. They say they were parked in the parking lot eating their breakfast when 4 unmarked LMPD cars blocked them. The lawsuit alleges that the LMPD officers got out of their car, pointed their guns at the men, removed them from the car, placed the men in handcuffs, and searched both them and the vehicle. The lawsuit says police never found anything in the car or on the men in person. Now, the men were let go and never charged with a crime. Court documents say LMPD had no reasonable suspicion or probable cause to take the actions they did. We contacted the police department for comment. They said they couldn't comment on the ongoing litigation, but also added the members of LMPD work diligently to make our city a safer place by providing fair, equitable, and constitutional police services to the people of Louisville. The public expects our officers to perform difficult tasks in challenging conditions and maintain a high standard of professionalism. They go on to say we stand behind those expectations and meet or exceed them daily. New tonight on the night team, putting money into fighting gangs and gun violence in Louisville. The Metro Council approving 2 big grants tonight. WHAS 11 night team's Taylor Woods is talking to the city leaders about the move to expand their programs now to the Newburgh neighborhood. Taylor?
Yes, Doug, the Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods already has 5 violence interruption sites across the city, and the 6th one will be added to the Newburgh neighborhood. The organization will be able to use $1.8 million to intervene in gang-related conflicts before they intensify in Newburgh. A 3-year grant worth $1.8 million through the Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods will be invested in the Newburgh neighborhood to curb gun violence. The money will go towards funding a program manager and outreach worker providing gang intervention and training. Paul Callanan, director of the office, says it was time to expand its services to Newburgh.
How we can develop a sustainable, comprehensive approach to reducing gun violence, specifically in that neighborhood, utilizing the current assets, using some of the dollars to add new programs.
Newburgh will make the 6th site the city calls an interruption site, preventing gun violence before it happens. Through this funding, Newburgh residents and stakeholders will work together to develop programs to reduce gun violence. So far, there are interruption sites in the Portland, Shawnee, California, Russell, and Smoketown neighborhoods.
You're chasing shootings in the sense of a shooting occurs and you're trying to get out to prevent the retaliation. And I think we're doing a fairly good job in that area. Looking at the numbers and stuff that we're tracking.
Callanan says the city is down roughly 35% in shootings. Louisville Metro Council approved another $250,000 for a secondary prevention program for youth between the ages of 10 to 14.
So these are kids that will probably not go to the Boys and Girls Club or not go to rec centers and stuff like that. So this money allows us to take a look across the city of who's best to serve this it's a very small population.
During Metro Council's Public Safety Committee, some members shared that they were pleased with the work Ocean has done so far.
And it's good to know that you'll have a dedicated position for that person to be working with them.
Overall, Ocean looks forward to working closely with the Newburgh neighborhood to prevent gun violence. And Paul Callanan, director of Ocean, says these 2 competitive grants would not be possible without the support the office has in partnerships. In studio, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.